Hello, so today I'm going to be doing a review of the Palio Expert table tennis bat. This is a very popular bat with beginners and I've been using it recently in some of my coaching sessions, giving it a bit of a test run, and here's my review. The thing I really like about the Palio Expert 2 is the control you get with the bat. Sometimes when I play with my usual bat and my technique's not quite right, the ball can just fly off the rubbers or just pop up high. I felt when playing with this, there was just a bit more margin for error. So if I didn't quite get the technique right, the reaction from the rubbers just wasn't quite so extreme. And I'd often find, didn't quite get it right, the ball would still land somewhere on the table, which is nice. This is important for beginners because you're still developing your technique, so your technique's not always going to be perfect. So it's nice to have a bat which just helps you out a little bit if you don't quite get the stroke right. So good control with the Palio Expert. Okay, how about spin? Well, yes, of course, the Palio Expert, it's not going to be as spinny as a top range bat, okay, but you can still get lots of spin. Spinny serves? Yeah, no problem. Heavy backspin pushes? No problem. Some big topspin shots? Yeah, you can still get lots of spin. The rubbers are really quite tacky, so they really grip the ball. And I was actually quite surprised by how easy it was to loop backspin balls. It's a shot I like to play. And considering, this really is a lot cheaper than a top range bat, it actually performs pretty well at generating spin. I think the Palio Expert has a nice balance of speed, not too fast, but also not too slow. And this is good for beginners. When you're learning, you ideally want a bat which, you can play with a bit of speed, but feels controllable. That's important. I've seen beginners with, really expensive bats. They wanted the best, they went and got expensive bats, and they just can't keep the ball on the table. The ball just shoots off the rubbers because they can't control it. Palio Expert, really easy to play with, but you can inject some speed, but it feels controllable, so it's nice balance. Okay, so what about my strokes? Actually, didn't really have any problem doing any of my normal strokes with this bat. I found pushing, really good actually, really good for pushing. I felt hitting the ball, so you're going for fast hits, yeah, you can really put a little bit of pace with this bat through the ball. Top spins, not as good as my top range bat, you wouldn't expect that, this is much cheaper, but you can still get those spin shots on the table. So I think for a beginner player, this is a good bat to sort of help develop the correct technique. Some of the really cheap bats, they have really dead rubber. And you have to really exaggerate your strokes to get anything out of the rubber at all. And I felt that the Palio Expert played more like a better quality bat compared to a cheap bat. So if you're a beginner now and you're aiming to get to an intermediate level, at some point you're going to probably want to upgrade to a better bat than the Palio Expert, but when you do, it's not going to feel massively different. It's going to be quite an easy transition, so it's a good bat to get the technique right and will help you then progress to a better bat when your standard improves. buying the Palio Expert? I think if you're a beginner player, it's a really good choice. Really good choice. If you're already at the intermediate standard, you'll probably find the bat a little bit too slow, so it won't be the best choice for you. But for beginners, yes, it's easy to control the ball, but you can still generate plenty of speed and spin. It's going to help you develop the correct technique, and when you do want to get something better, it's going to be an easy transition. So for me, the Palio Expert gets a big thumbs up.